The Socom is definitely one of Microtech's classic patterns at this point. And this is a very classic iteration of it. This is the 1998 Socom DA. I think these might have been the first coil spring driven dual actions. Got a push button release that would go on to be used on later coil spring DAs like the MSG and the MSG2 and the Select Fire. These do not have a dry fire safety built into them like the later iterations of the coil spring driven autos. So if it's partially open and I were to hit the button, it would fire, which could potentially be bad if you had the blade open manually and then you were to fire the spring. That little lugged bushing inside that actually drives the blade open, I've done a teardown on this one before, could possibly swing all the way open with no resistance, hit the lugs on the blade, and just snap those little ears off. I could see it being bad. Really, really sweet clamshell aluminum construction with a taper to the full length. A lot of people don't know that a lot of Microtech's knives, most of the clamshell style aluminum handle ones, at least back in the day, like this and I think not the Socom, the LUDT and like the Vector and the Kestrel and all those have that same taper. Gives them a really nice feel in hand. Kind of contributes to a little better balance, not being so handle heavy. This has a inset titanium liner lock, which is pretty cool too. Really, really beefy one. I don't know if I can get light in there, but it's so beefy that it actually has little scooped out relief pockets, like a frame lock in the lock bar. Again, if you go back to my teardown, you could see all the internals on this one. I want to say it was around this time last year, something like that. These, of course, originally came with rubber craton inserts, checkered rubber inserts, at some point, because I can't leave anything alone. I swapped them out for some old piano keys and kind of a museum grade cushion fit, slightly proud. Gives it a little more tactile sensation versus just straight flush inlays. Just a little preference of mine. Yeah, some really nice old piano keys there. Really hard to see the grain here, but yeah, pretty cool piece. Like I said, I haven't had this out for a while. These tend to go in mint condition with the box and everything. I want to say they tend to go for around 600 to 800, maybe a little bit more, depending on the market and whether it's a parts serrated or DLC or satin or whatever blade finish. Yeah, really, really cool DAs. Like I said, I think it might be the first coil spring driven dual action. So definitely a cool piece for the collection. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little look at it, and have a good day. I will catch you guys tomorrow.